Welcome to the Al Kuwait Sports Club Stadium in Kuwait City for the AFC Cup zonal semi-final between ARABI of Kuwait and Oman's SEEB. It's the first of two semi-finals in this western region over 2 nights. Here's the conditions that we're going to be encountering this evening. The winner of this match goes forward to face the victor in tomorrow's all-Bahraini clash between Al Rifa and East Rifa on October the 4th. Other playoffs involving the other zones are taking place this week, and it's all towards the ultimate, a place in the AFC Cup final that will take place on October the 22nd. Both these sides have fought through the group stages in May to get here. ARABI finished ahead of Al Rifa, as well as Dhofar of Oman and Shabab Al Khalil of Palestine. And although SEEB lost to Al Kuwait, they beat Syrian side Jableh and Al Ansar of Lebanon to top their group. Fans have rolled in here this evening. The capacity is around about 12,500. This venue has hosted the final of the AFC Cup in the past, in 2009, when Al Kuwait beat Al Karama of Syria 2-1. Stadium located in Kaifan within Kuwait City, and ARABI played its 3 AFC Cup matches in the group stages in May of this year at this venue. Between these two sides, ARABI and SEEB, neither side has won this competition before. It's second, of course, only to the AFC Champions League in the region. ARABI, for them, it's a return to the region's top table after a gap of 13 years. They lost in the quarter-finals in this competition to Syria's Al Karama in a penalty shootout in 2009, and 2021 was their first league title in 19 years. You can see their fans have turned up in their numbers tonight. They've been making plenty of noise already. They were here a good 3 hours before the start of the match this evening. And it's not going to be a cakewalk for ARABI this evening. SEEB, they've won 2 Omani titles back-to-back in the Omani Professional League, the Premier League there. And they're here now off the back of winning the Omani Super Cup 2-0 versus Al Nada last month. You can see their fans, SEEB, not as numerous as the home side, as you would expect, but still they'll make their presence felt, I'm sure. They're located behind one of the goals. Players and the match officials just getting ready to come out now. The lead up to this match has been contrasting for the two sides. Both have started their domestic seasons now. SEEB, well, they're joint top of the Omani Professional League after 3 rounds, following 2 wins and a draw. But 2 draws for ARABI have left them 4 points behind pace setters Al Qadsiya. Neither side has won this competition before. SEEB, great recent form. They're the form team in Oman, in fact, over the past 3 years with those 2 titles that I've mentioned already. And ARABI, well, they did a double of sorts last season, winning the Crown Prince Cup and the Super Cup. They finished 3rd in the Kuwaiti Premier League. And very shortly, teams will be on their way out. The AFC flag preceding everyone else. The ARABI fans making plenty of noise The match officials lead the way. On the right of your picture there, the ARABI players, and on the left, in the yellow strip, SEEB. Pitch received some water about an hour and a half before kickoff, and a little bit more water just before players took the field. This place really is bouncing. And isn't this lovely to see? Handshakes. It's been a long time, really, hasn't it, since before the pandemic. Now, all of a sudden, handshakes and smiles, too, all round between these two teams and the match officials. And very shortly, we'll be underway. Let's have a look at the two teams then. First of all, ARABI. 6 players remain in the 11 from the last AFC Cup action, a 1-1 draw with Omani side Dhofar on the 24th of May. And they have goalkeeper Suleiman Abdul Ghaffar, defender number 27 Issa Ali, and number 5 centre-back Juma Al-Litz as players who've appeared in every minute of the competition this year. We've also got Nigerian Kingsley Iduo up front after arriving in the summer from Tunisia. Here's our match officials. Our referee this evening, Sivakorn Pudom from Thailand. The 2 assistant referees are also from Thailand. And our 4th official tonight is Razlan Joffrey Ali from Malaysia. Toss of the coin. 2 captains. Eid Al-Farsi on the right for SEEB, and Suleiman Abdul Ghaffar on the left for the hosts. Let's have a look at that SEEB lineup, and they've also got 6 players who featured in their last AFC Cup outing, and they've got goalkeeper Ahmed Al-Rawai, number 13 Mohammed Al-Musalami, and number 17 Ali Al-Busaidi. They've not missed a minute of AFC Cup action this year. For goals, well, a lot will depend on veteran striker number 9 Abdulaziz Al-Makbali, and in number 5 Juma Al-Habsi, and number 7 Saeed Ali Yayayi. They've replaced the departed Amjad Al-Hati and the long-serving centre-back Khalid Al-Buraki. There are the substitutes for the 2 lineups, and there's a lack of experience in this competition, particularly on the SEEB bench. Several players who haven't appeared at this level before. Some final words between the teams, and very shortly we'll be underway. Tremendous noise being made by the ARABI fans, generating a wonderful atmosphere here. It's going to be ARABI who are going to kick us off. In the predominantly green strip, they're going to be playing from left to right on your screens. Who's going to get us underway when all is in readiness is Kingsley Iduo. Here we go then. Iduo, who scored the club's first goal of this season, actually, in the first round of the league. Arriving in the summer from Tunis. He played half of last season actually in the United Arab Emirates for Al Aruba and scored 5 goals there, the Nigerian. Solid contribution early on there as well. A long ball forward by Tariq Bouabata. There is a duo. Both sides have got new coaches. ARABI, Yugoslav Trenchovski from North Macedonia, replacing Antti Mise, who's gone to Saudi Arabia. Free kick then for AFC, and the man in the very fetching pink strip, Ahmed Al-Rouahi. Very experienced goalkeeper. Well, we've mentioned Trenchovski on the ARABI bench. Here's his opposite number for AFC, Romanian Ilis Stan, who replaced Boris Bunjak in the summer, with the latter going to the UAE. Down on this near side, in front of our commentary box, it's good battling there. Excellent play by Sultan Al-Anizi, the number 6 for ARABI. Number 19 for AFC, Yusuf Nasir Al-Malki. Didn't feature in the group stages of the competition. Wabter across the back line. And receives the ball back from Juma Azlit, the Syrian. Long ball from Azlit, one of 4 ever presents in this side in the AFC Cup competition this year. The duo dispossessed. Little flick by Al-Anizi. And it's policed all the way back to Abdel Ghafour. 1 clean sheet for him in this AFC Cup campaign so far this year. ARABI getting underway with a 3-2 win against Al Rifa of Bahrain, and beating Shabab Al Khalil of Palestine 1-0 for a 1-1 draw with Omani side Dhofar. Ended up topping Group B in the group stages. Far side, Issa Ali, who's playing at left back this evening, the number 27, exchanging passes there with Al-Anizi. Picked up on this near side now, Mohamed Sula gets the cross in, the duo goes down, stumbles anyway. Danger cleared by AFC. There is a duo. It's also played in Iraq, in addition to Tunisia and the UAE. It's also played in the Federation in Africa, in the Champions League there, for 2 different clubs. Ali Khalaf there, you saw briefly, number 17. One goal this season already for him in the Kuwaiti Premier League. Play by Wabter, just turning away from trouble. Long ball, looking for a duo, trying to make a nuisance of himself. Danger not averted though. Ali Khalaf trying to get the better of the defender on that far side, and that's good work. Awolabi's done really well. Jibola Awolabi, and he gets the free kick. Good battle there, wasn't it, between the two of them? Looked initially as though Ali Khalaf had got the better of the defender. You could argue there that Awolabi was just being a little bit too elaborate. In the end, he got the free kick, and that free kick's going to be taken by Al-Wahi. Bouabta just directing operations at the back for the home team. Had the benefit of playing all their matches in the competition so far at this venue. This is the first away match for SEEB. The referee's whistle goes there as the duo goes down, and he's feeling a little bit of pain in his left foot. Let's have another look at what happened here. Thought he'd broken clear. It's a 50-50 ball, really, wasn't it? It was Juma Al-Habsi who tried to hack it clear. He caught a little bit of the foot of a duo there as he did so. Juma Al-Habsi conceding the free kick. No yellow card shown on that occasion. Al-Habsi into the side, arriving from the Qatar Stars League in the summer. So this is his first appearance in this competition for SEEB. Free kick comes in, and that's easy enough for Al-Wahi. Balled out to this near side, our commentary box side. Ali Al-Busadi is there. Played inside. Awolabi. Ball flicked forward. And again, Bouabta in there to tidy up. Just coming up to the 10-minute mark. Neither goalkeeper's been tested as yet. Captain for SEEB, Eid Al-Farsi, getting involved in the action, just coming back and doing the spade work just inside his own half. Number 27, you can see him there in the middle of your screen. Play is switched, or attempted to be switched, to this near side, looking for Ali Al-Busadi. It's a shot from him in the end, but well off target. It's his fourth AFC AFC Cup campaign, this one, and he's had it with 4 different sides. Almada in 2015, Al-Sawek in 2018, and Dhofar in 2020. So he knows this competition inside out. An Omani international as well. And once more, Eid Al Farsi. Happy to knock the ball at the back. Let's find their way into the match here. Al SEEB. Ball down the line for Al Yaye. Can't make the most of it. A bit damp around the edges of the pitch, you can see there. Legacy of the watering that took place ahead of the match. Something and nothing there, really, wasn't it? Man going to ground was Abdullah Ahmad Al-Balushi, number 33. And Farsi flicks the ball forward to this near side to Al-Basaidi. Through ball, looking for his captain, can't find him. The duo does well with the hold-up. Ali Khalaf loses possession. Knocked across the back by Mohamed Al-Musalami. Playing at centre-back with Juma Al-Habsi this evening. New pairing for Al SEEB this season. Musalami again. It's a lovely through ball. It's Al Yaye. It's a late challenge, and a yellow card, in fact, has been shown there. First yellow card of the evening. And it goes against ARABI. He's protesting, he won the ball. He may well have done. I have to say it was a reckless challenge. We'll see it again from this angle. That was a pretty good tackle initially, wasn't it, by Al-Slit. So, first booking of the evening, and so Al-Labi's going to be walking the tightrope for the rest of the night. Something I'm sure for Elise Stan to take into account on the sidelines. And he considers his substitutions later on this evening. Chipped forward by Al-Slit. Crunching tackle on this near side. Still, that's a good cross. Abdullah Al-Balushi. Elise Stan, right on the edge of his technical area, barking out instructions to his players. Said before the match that he really wants desperately to make progression in this competition. Good persistence by Hussein Mohsin. Oh, and he's still going. Gets the cross in. Oh, it's a rather tame attempt in the end. It's the closest we've come to a goal. Ali Khalaf will reflect on the fact there that he should have put his foot through it. Tried to pass it into the net. Here is that run again. Surging between two defenders was Hussein Mohsin. Gets the cross in, and really Ali Khalaf should have done better there. Head in hands, he knows it. I suppose looking at that angle, you could make an argument and say that the ball was just behind him, just had to adjust his body position a little bit. Flag went up anyway, so I don't think it would have counted. At the other end now, a deflected shot, and then brave goalkeeping by Abdul Ghaffar. Calmness personified, the big man. Shot coming in from Al-Makbali. There was the deflection off Al-Slit. And in the end, Al-Yaye couldn't get on the end of it. In the space of about 30 seconds there, we had excitement at both ends. If we are level at the end of 90 minutes this evening, we go to extra time, 30 minutes. And if we're level at the end of that, and we go to penalties, there must be a winner this evening. And the victor of tonight's encounter will go head-to-head with the winner of tomorrow night's match in Bahrain between East Rifa and Al Rifa. Those two and the winner of tonight's match, 4th of October at Decider. Matches taking place in the other zones as well this week. And ultimately the final of this competition on the 22nd of October. Duo just making absolutely clear that he'd understood the instructions he was getting from the sidelines. I had a look at the pitch before the start of the match this evening, and the grass is quite spongy. It's not necessarily the type of surface where you'll see passes pinged along the ground. Couldn't quite bring it under control there, Al Farsi. But here's an opportunity now for Al Makbali. He goes down in the penalty area. The referee says no. He's incensed. He feels that he should have had a penalty kick. A reminder, there's no VAR in the AFC Cup. Let's have a look from this angle. It looked to me there as though he trod on the foot of Juma Alslit. Referee, remember, gets one look at it in real time. We get the benefit of replays. That looked probably a fair enough decision, I think. A real moment of danger for ARABI. Or Labi out to the far side. Picked up now by Al Yeye. And the cross comes in. Overhit, but there are warning signs here for the hosts. SEEB showing more and more ambition. There's Muhsin Al Ghassani there, number 16. Formerly played his football in Iran with Sepahan. Let's have another look at that penalty appeal. Perhaps this angle will show us more. You can see the referee was right on the spot there. Certainly the first angle we saw suggested that Makbali trod on the foot of Juma Alslit, but well, the other angles weren't so conclusive, were they? As the old saying goes, you've seen them given. Cut out by Hussein Moshin there, number 8. Ali Khalaf does well. Feeds the ball inside, then continues his run. Trying to pick it up now on the far side of the penalty area. He's crowded out by SEEB defenders. Just over 20 minutes gone then. Excitement at both ends of the pitch here at the Al Kuwait Sports Club Stadium. But as yet, no goals to show for the efforts of the two teams. Long ball by Buabta, too long, way too long. Landing on the running track, just below the bottom of your screen. Frustration, I'm sure, for Jugoslav Trenchovski. For ARABI, coach on the sidelines. Long ball looking for a duo. He's guilty of a shove, in the opinion of the referee. I'm sure Eduo's all that happy with the service he's getting at the moment. He's just feeling that he's feeding on scraps. Al Musalami was the man battling with him. You can see him just leaning into the SEEB player, Eduo, just easing him over. Good work by Al Farsi to retain possession. On this near side, Al Basaidi. Referee's whistle has gone though, because Al Farsi, just wonder if he's done a groin there. As he stretched to just send the pass towards this near side of the pitch. Let's have a look now. Yes, he's grabbed at his groin there. And that angle shows us more why he's grabbed at his groin. A stray boot there. And the good news is he's okay. If perhaps talking an octave or two higher than he normally would. Referee saw nothing untoward there, so I think we're going to have a drop ball. Indeed we are, an uncontested drop ball. Juma Al-Habsi, number 5 for SEEB. Shown themselves to be quite comfortable in possession this evening. Al-Farsi just sitting in the middle of the pitch and trying to dictate. Not dictating very effectively on that occasion. Al-Balushi tidies up and does well, gets the ball inside. Something uneasy with the long ball, but not a particularly effective one. Al-Labi, Al-Habsi, Al-Farsi, Al-Habsi again. Possession stuff at the moment by SEEB. All 11 players for ARABI behind the ball. It's all a bit scrappy at the moment, isn't it? There's an opportunity perhaps on this near side to burst forward. Al-Yaye is hustled into touch, and that will be an ARABI throw. Conditions warm. Players, of course, coming back into their own domestic seasons, having gone through pre-season, very much acclimatised. Al-Farsi, plenty of room ahead of him. Picked up now by Al-Yaye, and it's a poor ball, very sloppy. Nowhere near Hassan Ahmed Al-Ajmi, number 22 there. He's playing in the right wing-back role. the moment, it's the Al-Seeb fans who've made their way here from Oman. They're making the majority of the noise at the moment. Away behind the goal of Suleiman Abdul Ghafoor. It's the goal that Al-Seeb are attacking in this first half. Player gone down for Al-Seeb. I think it's Al-Malki. Player's gone on, and Al-Malki has actually got up. Just come to the edge of the pitch. You can see him at the bottom of your screen there. He's on the ball now. Al-Makbali with the through ball. Attempting to find Yeye. Doesn't do so. Even though Al-Arabi haven't won this competition, Kuwait itself has got a very proud record in the AFC Cup. No country has had more title winners than Kuwait. 4 titles and 3 runners-up. Kuwait, the most successful side in the competition's history, actually, or joint most successful. 3 wins. 2009, 2012 and 2013. Same mark as the Iraqi Air Force side. The other successful Kuwaiti team in this competition, Al-Qadsiya, won it in 2014. Al-Farsi lifts the ball forward. Al-Makbali trying to make ground on this near side. Finds Al-Farsi. Plays the ball inside. They retain possession, Al-Seeb. Lovely cross in. Unfortunately, it's headed away from an Al-Seeb perspective. Good delivery, though, by Al-Musalami. Just needed someone to attack it. ARABI. Exchanging passes with Al-Ajmi. Yes, the flag's gone up there, and that's no surprise. Mohsin Al-Bassani, who was offside just as we reached the half-an-hour mark because of these warm conditions. Drinks break being allowed by the match officials. And plenty for both sets of players and both coaches to reflect upon here. Al-Seeb have probably come closest through that run by Al-Makbali. He went down under challenge from Alslit. Nothing was given. The Al-Seeb fans are the ones making the noise at the moment. They're the ones who are more content with proceedings. An away game for them, of course. And the Al-Arabi fans were so boisterous, so vociferous at the start of proceedings. Well, they've gone a little bit quiet. Shaven-headed Trenskowski. And Jibola, who's on a yellow card. Off we go again then. Duo. Again, just feeding on scraps, but he's done really well there to retain possession. Gets the ball through nicely as well to Mohamed Sula. Couldn't make the most of the opportunity, crowded out by defenders. That's a free kick right on the edge of the area. Really good surging run, that one, by Issa Ali. In the end, he's upended. And a free kick in a very dangerous position from an ARABI perspective. Well, Fazi, who made the challenge. Really good play that by Issa Ali. Made sure he got goal side and ball side of Al Farsi. You could argue he went down easily, but when you're running at that sort of pace, any sort of touch at all is going to take you to ground. And now Al Rawahi has to organise his wall. He's got 4 players doing duty. Two players over the ball for ARABI. Bader Abdul Rahman. He's the one who hits it. It went under the wall in the end, and that's going to be a goal kick. ARABI players incensed, feeling it should have been a corner. It was well struck. In the end, that forest of bodies was enough to prevent it going anywhere near that man's goal. Out to the near side, and nicely taken on his chest by Al Malki. Oh, what a good shot that was. Al Yaye pushed away by Abdul Ghaffar. Stunning strike. The man who's just come into the side this season. Really good surging run, and then a tremendous right foot to hit. Caught that beautifully. And it was good strong hands from Abdul Ghaffar to push it away. Corner though, and the first of the evening goes to Al SEEB. Six players in and around the box for the visitors. In the end, the danger's cleared, at least temporarily. Promising signs here for the team in yellow. Side whose nickname is Master of the Clubs. Al Farsi. Just about 10 minutes of normal time to go then in this first half. Throw in on the far side. Ajmi will take it. ARABI playing their way out of trouble quite nicely there. By number 7, Yaye. Sorry, Mohamed Sule. Farsi. Long sweeping ball, too long, I rather fancy. It's been kept in. That's a great bit of work on this near side by Al Ghassani. And he's got the corner. That's tremendous recovery. I thought that ball had got away from him. That was how the corner came about. So 2 corners in quick succession for the visitors. What can they make of this one? Players running hither and thither in the penalty area, trying to cause confusion. In the end, it was a duo who was back there doing some defending. Ball's not clear yet, though. And a flicked shot ends up going over the bar. Juma Al-Habsi with that improvised finish. Way off target. Suleiman Abdul Ghaffar, who's been the busier of the 2 goalkeepers so far. Kept 1 clean sheet in this year's AFC Cup campaign. That was against Shabab Al-Khalil. 1-0 win on the 21st of May. Abdul Ghaffar with plenty of international experience as well. Kept in 4 World Cup qualifiers either side of the pandemic. And part of the 2015 Asian Cup squad in Australia. Chance to move forward now for Azlet, the Syrian defender. Here he is, number 5, 23 years of age. Part of the ARABI squad. Won the Super Cup and the Crown Prince Cup last season, double of sorts. It's good improvisation from Al-Rawahi. The duo, at last, he's got the ball at his feet. Lays it out to the near side and, well, just trying to bend the ball in there, Mohamed Souleh. Perhaps there's a blueprint there for Al-Arabi. They've been pumping long balls, long high balls up to Iduo, not particularly effectively. With the ball at his feet, he's able to just lay that one off to Mohamed Souleh, the Libyan international. But, not able to bend that one back inside Al-Rawahi's near post, far post, I should say. So just over 5 minutes to go then in this first half. Still we await the first goal. Good tackle by Al-Farsi. Must have just come off an Al-Arabi player last. That's going to be an Al-SEEB throw. Cross comes into the near post. That's well cut out though by Bouabta. Played forward then by Al-Anisi. And it's free kick, is it? Yes, it is. It's going to be a yellow card. And Farsi is going to receive it. So the second booking of the evening. Both of them going against Al-SEEB, and that's well, as easy a decision as the referee's ever going to get, I rather fancy. Surging run by Ali Khalaf, and had a very frustrated figure, didn't he? He was brought down. Free kick's a long way out, halfway between the halfway line and the edge of the SEEB penalty area. Ahmed Al Rawahi's taking no chance though. Still got a couple of players in a wall. Bader Abdulrahman's over the ball once more. He goes for the shot. Oh, it was awkward, and the goalkeeper's done well there. It pitched just in front of him. Al Rawahi did well to get his body behind it. And he managed to avert the danger. Quick break now for SEEB. It comes to nothing through miscontrol. Here was that shot again from distance. That was wicked for the goalkeeper, wasn't it? Look at that. Very difficult to gather because he will have seen it late as well. Struck with some venom by Bader Abdulrahman. In the end, all's well that ends well from an SEEB perspective. Press here from SEEB. Go deep, the duos come to receive that. Picked up the scraps now. That's a free kick with ARABI brought down. And ARABI not happy with the fact that a duo then kicked the ball away. Clumsy challenge from Al Balushi. Great support here this evening from the ARABI fans. They've come in their numbers. And they might have something to cheer about now. Sula, the duo. Sula again. Oh, and second time in this half, an opportunity's presented itself to him. He hasn't really been able to produce the goods with that left foot. Give and go from him. Just lost balance. He was falling backwards as he hit it, so there's no power at all. Very easy save indeed for Al Rawahi. Fourth official down below us, Aslan Joffrey Ali, has confirmed that a minimum of 3 minutes to be played. Interesting possession statistics there. You may have seen in the top left-hand corner of your screen. SEEB dominating. Possession has been in their own half or around the halfway line. Nothing that would necessarily hurt ARABI. All the same, it's a good statistic for a side to have away from home. Turning one way than the other, Sula into trouble, but gets the ball back now. It's a run in front of him. Belushi's closed down very quickly there, and that's been the story, or one of the stories of this first half, that Al-Seeb's press has been very effective, and they're going to get a free kick here as well. So Ali, the man who's been penalised. Muhsin Al-Ghassani is down, but thankfully not for too long. This could well be the last opportunity of this first half. A friendly banter between the referee and Al-Fazi there. You could see the big grin on the Al-Seeb captain's face. So what are Al-Seeb going to do here? Because the location of this free kick is more or less identical to the one that Al-Arabi had a couple of minutes ago. And Bada Abdul Rahman forced that decent save from Al-Rawahi. Cross comes in, but it's a poor one, not beating the first defender. And in fact, that is the last action of the first half. The first half in this West Asia AFC Cup zonal semi-final, which has seen honours end even. Al-Arabi, the home team, they had a free kick from distance by Abdul Rahman that was well saved by Al-Rawahi, and Souley curled wide. But Al-Seeb have really been in this match, the visitors. They've looked very effective indeed. They had a shot from Al-Yahi that was saved by Abdul Ghaffar, and Ali Makbali felt he was fouled, but the man who disagreed with him was the most important man of all, Sivakorn Pudom. So it's half-time here at the Al Kuwait Sports Club Stadium, and it's Al-Arabi 0, Al-Seeb 0. Please stay with us for the second half. Welcome back to the Al Kuwait Sports Club Stadium in Kuwait City, where we're getting ready for the second half of this AFC Cup zonal semi-final, the West Asia region. ARABI in the predominantly green strip are at home. And they're up against SEEB of Oman. SEEB in the yellow strip. Get us underway then. Playing from left to right on your screens in this second half. First half, which promised a great deal, didn't deliver very much in the end. Both sides will feel they had opportunities to create something, to find the back of the net, but in the end, neither did. No changes by either team at half-time, so it's as you were in terms of the lineups. That's given away straight to Al Farsi, the SEEB captain, who lifts the ball forward, and here's an opportunity. And the referee's whistle has gone because the flag is up on the near side. Muhsin Al Ghassani was through, but he was just beyond the last defender when he made his run. Let's have a look here. Quite clearly offside by quite some distance. An easy enough decision for the assistant referee on this near side. Cross for ARABI. That's good work in the end for Ali Rahahi, the SEEB goalkeeper, flopping on that one to prevent it going behind for a corner. SEEB enjoying 60% of possession in the first half. But both sides just lacking a little bit of quality, it has to be said. Perhaps the occasion getting to them. Passing accuracy percentages were way down on where they should be. A run now on that far side, though, by Al Yahi. Farsi, the captain. Throw goes SEEB's way. Ali Khalaf not able to keep that in play for the hosts. The duo, very deep, and an ambitious ball, it has to be said. Looking for Mohamed Sula, not able to find him. Mentioned at the outset of the broadcast that ARABI have had a quiet start to their league season here in Kuwait with 2 draws from their first 2 matches. That said, they're one of the powerhouses of Kuwaiti football. 17 league titles. Most recent coming in 2021. 3 sides actually have got 17 titles each. Kuwait Sports Club and Al Qadsiya are the others. That's a corner for SEEB, who again are doing some pressing here. Good work on that far side by Al Malki. Corner to be taken by Al Yaye. Referee just making his position absolutely clear before this ball is swung in. No pushing and shoving, please. And it comes then, it doesn't get past the first defender, Mohamed Sula. And then that's very easy indeed for Suleiman Abdul Ghaffar. He goes long straight away, looking for Sula. Can't find him. Again, it's all a bit scrappy in the middle of the park. Out to this near side, Abdul Rahman. Plays it back to Issa Ali, a long diagonal ball from him. Cross looking for a duo. Finds Abdulrahman on the back post. All a bit scrappy, everyone leaving it for everyone else. The duo was looking for the overhead there, and the ball wouldn't sit down for him. But a spell of concerted pressure here from the hosts. Abdulrahman again inside, but that's a poor ball, really is. An opportunity for Al-Seeb to relieve their lines. They'll get a free kick as well. Al-Yayet is just brought down, has his ankle clipped, and he's just speaking to the referee there, just asking whether a yellow card could be shown. He's frustrated for that challenge by Abdulrahman. Surging run by Al-Ajmi, brought to a conclusion, and now a chance to come forward. No. Ali Khalaf, he had wide open spaces to roam into there, but he couldn't quite keep the ball in play. And the shake of the head there indicates the frustration he's feeling, and I'm sure it's not limited to him. Well, I mentioned Al-Arabi's league history and their proud record. Al-Seeb, by contrast, have won just 2 titles in Oman. They're the last 2 that have been contested. They're very much a coming side. Omani football has been on the up for quite some time now, and really is quite a level playing field there as well. In the past 10 completed seasons, the title's been won by 6 different sides. Discomfort on that far side. It's Ali Al-Basaidi who's down. And in fact, it was Al-Malki. Up on his feet again now, though. And you can see the Al-Arabi fans doing their best to lift their team. They need some sort of encouragement here, because they just haven't got into any sort of rhythm at all this evening, the hosts. Long ball forward by Ruabta. Again, it's possession that's squandered. Khalaf. Down goes Al-Balushi, feeling he should have got a free kick. He's got a corner, so all's not lost. Al-Seeb players incensed with that decision. In fact, the referee has overruled his assistant on that far side. Here's the Al-Seeb fans, located behind Ahmed Al-Rawahi's goal. All credit to them, they've made a heck of a lot of noise this evening. There's not that many of them, just a couple of hundred. But they really have got behind their team in no uncertain terms. Not easy to generate atmosphere at a venue like this, purely and simply because it's a multi-sport venue with a running track around the outside of the pitch. So by definition, the fans are a long way from the players. It hasn't hampered the efforts of these 2 sets of supporters to really build an atmosphere in here this evening. Again, very scrappy, very congested. That's going to be a free kick. The duo concedes it. Well, I think Oduo is going to be very lucky if he's not booked here. He's frustrated. Just letting his frustration get the better of him. He threw that ball away. And on another occasion, the referee might have resorted to pulling out a yellow card. He didn't. It's a poor ball, really poor ball that. Al Malki. Possession squandered. Is there going to be a moment of magic from one side or the other just to open this match up? A reminder that if we're level at the end of 90 minutes, we go to extra time. It's 30 minutes, 2 periods each of 15. And if we're still level at that point, we go to penalties. Now SEEB doing much of the pressing still. Good tackle by Juma Al-Habsi. And throw in on that far side for Al Malki. Sadie spreads the play across to this near side, and then there's another free kick. It's all very scrappy at the moment. Referee's showing a yellow card. Entirely sure who he showed the yellow card to there. Look there on that replay. Shown to Mushin Al-Ghassani. There's confirmation who it was shown to. It was Bada Abdul Rahman who picked up the booking, first booking of this evening, to go against Al-Arabi. Two players for Al-SEEB have been shown the yellow card, both in the first half. Owalabi and Al-Farsi, the captain. So much at stake this evening with this match. Just wonder how much that's playing on the minds of the players. Desperate not to make a mistake that could cost their side progression in this tournament. One of the showpiece events of the AFC club scene, along of course with the AFC Champions League. Competition will run to a conclusion next year in February. Two-legged final on the 19th and 26th of February 2023. One side's already in the final from the Eastern Zone. Urawa Red Diamonds of Japan. Twice winners of that competition, the AFC Champions League in 2007 and 2017. That'll be a corner. Well, Malki doesn't believe it should be. With the last touch is off an Al-Arabi player. Coming up to the hour mark then. Ali Khalaf, who earned that corner with his persistence on the far side. He had the opportunity to swing this ball in left-footed. Half a dozen ARABI players around the penalty spot. Oh, that's really poor delivery. Needed a good ball in, and it wasn't forthcoming. We'll get another bite at the cherry now, though. Massed ranks of the SEEB defence. When the ball's played across the area now, is that a penalty? Yes, it is, I think. No, in fact, the flag has gone up on that far side for offside. The duo's down. He felt convinced that a penalty should have been given, but the offside flag had already been raised. Have a look now. There you can see quite clearly that Sultan Al-Anisi was offside before the ball was bundled back across goal. The duo went down. Penalty looked almost inevitable, it seemed, but prior to that, of course, the flag had gone up, so that was the all-important matter as far as the officials were concerned. Whipped in by Mohamed Sula. Free at the back post was Al-Anisi. It looked nothing more than a tap-in, really, for a duo. But, the flag was already raised. So while this treatment's taking place on the pitch, both sets of players or individuals from among the two teams coming to the near side below our commentary position to receive instructions from the technical areas. It's been that sort of match, really. It hasn't flowed, been a little bit niggly. There's been so much tension out on the pitch. That tension really has been reflected in the quality of the two teams this evening. They just haven't been able to find their rhythm, knowing that so much is at stake. Here's the SEEB fans. They're down to 10 players at the moment. SEEB on the pitch. Al-Malki making his way off the ground. And SEEB about to make their first substitution of the evening. It's going to be Mohamed Ramadan who's going to come on for them. 27-year-old defender. Actually celebrates his birthday in just over 2 weeks' time. Having come to the edge of the pitch, he's now gone back to the dugout again. So maybe the change isn't going to happen after all, although Al-Malki's showing no great urgency to get back to the dugout. It's just indicated, though, to the fourth official that he's going to re-enter the pitch. All a bit confusing. I just saw a shake of the head from Al-Malki below us, indicating that he was done for the evening. I think he realised that they still only had 10 players on the pitch. Bit of good fortune there for Bouabta. Came off his shoulder. Al-Bassani going down and just kept in play by Al-Rawahi. So the substitution's been put on ice for the time being by SEEB. There's going to be a free kick now to ARABI. Lit forward and headed out for an ARABI throw. Concern etched on the faces of the ARABI fans. Certainly haven't had things all their own way this evening. Far from it. It was unorthodox from Al-Rawahi. He's got away with it, at least temporarily. Not quite sure why he wouldn't have made to catch that ball rather than try and hack it clear. Just over 20 minutes gone in this second half. Still, we await the first goal. More action down below us. In front of the SEEB dugout. They are going to make their first change, but it's not the one that was initially planned. Al-Makbali going down, clutching his foot. Al-Malki, who went back on a short while ago. I think that's him done for the evening now. Mohamed Ramadan isn't going to be the one who's going to come on. It's going to be Marwan Taib. It's going to replace him by the looks of things. But again, there's another hold-up now. It looks as though he's left something in the dressing room, so he's just running back now to the bowels of the main stand below our commentary position. So he's not going to be able to take the pitch immediately either. So it's all a bit mystifying what's going on with SEEB at the moment with their substitutions. Their fans don't seem to care, though. They're having a great time in the stand. Meanwhile, Al-Malki is getting on the motorised buggy to take him off the pitch. So once again, for the time being, the visitors are going to be down to 10 players, it seems. Which appears basically to have ground to a halt at the moment. Al-Malki cutting an exhausted and pained figure there as he makes his way off the ground. Trying to resume a little earlier after that previous knock, but obviously it's beyond him. And so SEEB still with 10 players on the pitch now, in the absence of a substitute. No indication of any change being contemplated by the ARABI bench. Good news is, from an SEEB perspective, Marwan Taib, whoever he needed to retrieve from the dressing room, he's now done so, and he's waiting to come on. 26-year-old forward. It's across the face of goal. And there is Taib entering the fray. Second substitute appearance in this season's AFC Cup for him. He was on the pitch for 18 minutes in match day 2. It was the 2-1 defeat against Al Kuwait. It's been a good year actually for Taib. Made his senior Oman debut as a substitute against first Saudi Arabia and then Australia. January and February. Certainly got a pedigree, 26-year-old. Made his in the AFC Under-23 Asian Cup in China in 2018. Let's see what he can do this evening, whether he can break open this game. For the time being, it's ARABI, though, looking to do exactly that. Fazi with the clearance for SEEB. Bouabta, the Algerian international. Lit forward. It's a poor ball across the pitch. Opportunity for SEEB to break. Referee plays advantage. In fact, he's decided he's not going to play the advantage. He's going to get his yellow card out. It was Al-Balushi who went into the referee's notebook there. Let's have another look now. Yeah, sliding in from behind. No real problem for that decision from our referee, Sivakorn Pudom. Yaya, the recipient of that challenge. Second player booked in this second period for ARABI, and they've got two players in the wall. Abdul Ghaffar in goal for the hosts, wanting a high line from this free kick. But he's flapped at it and it's in, but the flag's up on this near side, it won't count. Well, it was Taib, the substitute, his first real involvement. And well, that was why Abdul Ghaffar was wanting that high line. You can see it's good disciplined defending from ARABI. They held that line, they didn't break. And SEEB, well, it was almost like a cavalry charge, wasn't it? A host of players beyond the last defender, caught offside, and so we remain goalless. Picked up on this near side now by Al-Ajmi. Fazi, who seems to have been all over the pitch this evening, the SEEB captain, a very influential player tonight. Treading a fine line now, Al-Balushi. He's already gone in the referee's notebook this evening. We await this free kick. Reminder, in case you've joined us late, winners here. We will play the winners of tomorrow's Bahraini derby between East Rifa and Al Rifa. That match will take place on October the 4th. It's the West Zone final. Well, the fans are having a great time in the stands. Even if some of the football hasn't been necessarily inspiring. The SEEB supporters, they really have helped to generate a fantastic atmosphere tonight. While there's some treatment taking place on the pitch, the referee has decided that this will be a good time for a refreshment break for the two sets of players. Time for the coaches to try and get in the heads and in the ears of the two sets of players. Can they inspire them to break the deadlock? Treatment's going out there. It looks as though it's just cramp. Understandable. It's a hot and humid evening here at the Al Kuwait Sports Club Stadium. Plenty of dignitaries watching on. Some nervous faces there. So much at stake, of course. That match against either East Rifa or Al Rifa to follow. Ultimately, the AFC Cup final on the 22nd of October. And after lengthy treatment, looks as though a substitution is going to be required here. Motorised cart making its way out onto the ground once more. Severe cramp for Muhsin Al Ghassani. He's up on his feet now, but I think that's going to be the last of his action for the evening. Generous applause for Al Ghassani as he makes his way off the ground. And it's Saif Al Hassan who's going to come on. Saif Al Hassan on then for ARABI. In fact, it was Sultan Al Anizi who's gone off for the hosts. Saif Al Hassan, 2 starts in this competition this season and 1 substitute appearance. Former Al Qadsiya player. Kuwaiti international, actually, although no caps for him since 2015. Actually won this competition with Al Qadsiya in 2014. He scored 5 goals that season. Is he going to be the man to unlock the defensive doors? Here he is. Fresh pair of legs on the pitch. The longer things go on like this, the more likely extra time will be. The reason I say that is because both teams may well just go into their shells a little bit, fearful that one mistake will cost them dear. Al Balushi goes down now, and it's cramped for him as well. Assisted by Juma Al-Slit. That can be very painful indeed. Calf cramping up. And Again, the cart's been called on. The look of utter frustration there from Trenchowski. Trenchowski's opposite number, Ili Stan, is calling for more urgency from his team. Belushi's gone off on the cart, but he's up on his feet again. That was the goal that was disallowed. No problems there in terms of the offside flag on this near side. Well, Belushi looks as though he's going to try and continue if he can. See at the top of your screen there, he's waiting to be given the sign to come back on. From Alslit, little back heel. It's SEEB who are enjoying the territory at the moment. Back up to a full complement, ARABI. Opportunity to get the ball into the box, but it's declined. That sums up the evening thus far, doesn't it, really? Al-Ajmi with the opportunity to get a good cross in. He created that opportunity as well by winning the ball back on this near side. And the quality of the ball simply wasn't there. Duo chasing after that, but he's been chasing shadows for most of the evening. Really has been feeding off scraps. But there's an opportunity perhaps there. Saif Al Hassan, the substitute, trying to feed the ball out to the edge of the penalty area. Abdul Rahman couldn't quite bring it under control. Off the possession on that far side. Al Ghassani defeated temporarily, but he's won the ball back again now. Bursts into the area and wins the corner. What a terrific tackle that was by Al Belushi. Yeah, it was in the end. It was through on goal, or it seemed. And then Al Belushi. Well, what a great effort. Look how far he is behind the play there. Now, yeah, just hesitated, just delayed for a second, and it cost him dear. He's the man who's going to take the corner then. Fourth of the evening for the visitors, and the referee, before that corner is taken, is just going to call both sets of players to heel. What sort of delivery can we expect from that far side on this occasion? Long ballooning ball to the back post, and everyone's gone near post, so that comes to nothing. Barley can't believe the throw's gone against him, but it has. Throw on this near side to be taken by Issa Ali. Flick on. The duo, miscontrol from him. Scraps picked up by ARABI. No one can really get to grips with possession of the football, can they? In the end, the duo's penalised there, and he can't believe it. Play goes on inside the last 5 minutes of normal time, and again possession is given away, this time by ARABI. Belushi with the cross, headed clear. Oh dear me. Highest of the night. Straight into the SEEB fans from Abdul Rahman. Al-Farsi just urging his teammates, urging his supporters as well, just for one final big effort. Well, that's got to have gone out of play. Indeed it has. That really was sloppy play on this near side by Juma Al-Habsi. Lack of concentration there, brought about no doubt by fatigue. The back end of this 90 minutes. Some tired faces, some concerned faces, some anxious faces out on the pitch, knowing that any error now could be the undoing of their side for the entire competition. Cross into the centre was a decent one by Mohamed Sula, but to no one in particular. Won fairly by SEEB in the centre of the pitch. And a sloppy ball by Al Busaidi. You can see tempers just getting a little bit strained. Well, there's some smiles, thankfully. And another change is being contemplated here. Cosmos Dalida is getting ready to come on this near side. He's replacing Abdulaziz Ahmad Al-Makbali, the leader who didn't feature in the group stages for SEEB. Getting the opportunity now, and the confirmation there in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Here he is, the leader. Fresh pair of legs. For what looks like extra time. It's 90 seconds of normal time remaining. And precious little created in open play by either side in the course of this match, it has to be said. Here's the possession statistics. Pretty much as you were from the first half. Well, Dalida's through, but you can see quite clearly. Didn't need 20/20 vision to see that he was beyond the last defender there. You can have a look now. Very, very straightforward decision for the referee's assistant on this near side. Not quite up with the pace of the game, the leader as yet. Good brave header by Buabta. defender who's had a solid game at the back for ARABI. Is there one sting in the tail here then, as we enter 5 minutes of additional time, a minimum of 5 minutes to be played. And fourth officials just held the ball up. And in the end, the free kick goes against Dalida. Oh, and a little bit of pushing and shoving here. Mr. Ali feeling he got a kick in the ankle, I think. Let's have a look at it now. Cross came in. The back post was Taib, the substitute, and then actually there's the kick. After Dalida had bundled over Isa Ali. Rather than the ball, he played Hussein Mohsin. Is there time for a winner by either of these two sides before we go into extra time? Good turn by Al Ghassani. Checks back though. Swept out to the far side, just about kept in by Al Busaidi. Good harrying defence though by ARABI. And then a duo goes down. And a challenge from Owolabi, and duo then starts to cramp up. In fact, it wasn't so much Owolabi's challenge as the previous one from Al Habsi. Cramp for a duo then. This will mean a little bit of additional time on top of the 5. With the tension writ large on all the supporters there of ARABI. They came here hoping for a goal fest, I'm sure, from their team tonight. But in keeping with their stuttering start to the season, 2 draws in the first 2 rounds of matches in the Kuwaiti Premier League, it's been anything but that. Duo's going to have to go off the pitch. Sitting up though, so I'm sure he wants to return to the fray if he possibly can. And just seeing the reaction of Jugoslav Trenchovski, and the duo was chatting to him as the vehicle reached the edge of the pitch. My impression was that Eduo wasn't going to be able to continue, but maybe he can. He's come to the edge of the pitch now and wants to come back on. "90 seconds left of the minimum of 5 to be played then. So one final opportunity for either team. Well, if that's to be so for Al SEEB, they need to get the ball forward. You rather fancy now. They're happy to settle for extra time. Not going to take any risks at all and lose possession. Al-Fazi, though, perhaps he's got other ideas. It's going to be a throw for Al SEEB on the far side. Tricky skills there by Al-Yaye. Outnumbered in the end, though, by ARABI players. Those players being urged to get the ball forward by the home side supporters. This near side, the duo lays the ball back. Issa Ali again to a duo. They're going to run out of time here. I rather fancy indeed they are. So no goals in 90 minutes, and we're heading for extra time. Remember, the winner of this match will go forward and play the winner of East Riffa and Al Riffa, the Bahraini derby, tomorrow evening, and we still don't know who is going to be playing in that match, because it's been a game of few chances, lots of endeavour by the two teams, but very few opportunities carved out. 0-0 then, with 30 minutes of extra time to come. So getting ready for extra time. The two captains, Eid Al Farsi and Suleiman Abdul Ghafour for Al SEEB and Al ARABI respectively. Toss of the coin between the two of them to decide who kicks us off and who plays in which direction in this first period of extra time. 2 periods, each of 15 minutes. And if we're still level at the end of that, then we go to penalties. Very little between the two sides in those 90 minutes. You almost felt as though the two teams were, well, playing with a degree of fear, knowing what was at stake. Eid Al Farsi imploring his team to greater efforts. Just wondering if one or either side of the teams just going to roll the dice a little bit and see whether there's an opportunity to push for a winner. Looks like we're going to get a substitution as well. Bader Abdul Rahman coming off for Al ARABI. And he's being replaced by Banda Al Muteri, a 19-year-old. Just 14 minutes in the AFC Cup for him this year, in one substitute appearance against Al Rifa. He's got the opportunity now to really make a name for himself. So it's going to be Al ARABI who get us underway in the predominantly green strip with a little bit of white on the sleeves as well. And they're playing from left to right on your screens in this first period of extra time. There's confirmation of that substitution, the top left-hand corner of your screen. Fresh legs from the substitute for Al SEEB. Cosmos Dalida. Can't get on the end of that one though. There is Banda Al Muteri. Actually made his national debut against Saudi Arabia in March of last year. And he played in World Cup qualifier against Australia in June, so 14 months ago. So bags of promise, turns 20 next month. Midfielder slotting in there now, trying to make an impression in this match. And in the air and one well there by Bouabta. Duo, after a little bit of treatment during the break between the end of the second half and the start of extra time, seems to be moving more freely than he was at the back end of the second half. Ball forward by Saif Al Hassan, one of the substitutes for Al ARABI. Gets another bite at the cherry, and then he gets a free kick. Now Farsi's got to be careful here, the Al SEEB captain. He's already received a yellow card. Clearly he won the ball there, but he also caught the man. Barking instructions is Ahmed Al-Rawahi. With Bader Abdul Rahman off the pitch, Ali Khalaf is going to take up free kick duties for the hosts. Headed clear by Al Busaidi, and easy enough for Al Rawahi to tidy up. It's his kick wrong, but ends up going to a teammate, and picked up on this near side now by Al Yaye. Very well tackled though by Ali Khalif. be an ARABI ball. Again, bit of space for him to move into. That's a really poor ball, though. Gave it away. And, well won, actually. Taib, another one of the substitutes for SEEB, getting on the ball. Mercedes free in front of our commentary position. Bursting forward. Shot from distance. Al Ghassani it was. He just hit across it a little bit, caught it with the outside of his right foot. It was always fading away from the post. Too much height on it as well. Perfect camera angle there to show that ball was never threatening the goal. Interesting statistic there in the top left-hand corner of your screen. A total of 18 shots during the course of this match. Not sure that many of them have been on target. Both goalkeepers haven't really been troubled all that much. Andrew Gafour in the first half. Just a good save from an Al-Yaye shot. Otherwise, a great deal. Oh, and here's a chance now. Caught in possession, and it's in, yes! At last, the deadlock's been broken. And it's Mohsen Al Ghassani. Dreadful error at the back by Azlet. And SEEB take the lead. The end of the 5th minute of extra time. Mohsen Al Ghassani. Well, it was a terrible error by Azlet. And Al Ghassani said, thank you very much. No pressure at all on the defender, but he just tried to be a little bit cute, checked back inside, gave the ball away. And Al Ghassani said, thank you very much. He didn't really need that drag back, did it? Al Ghassani did the pressing, and that's been a high point for SEEB this evening. Their pressing has been excellent. And in the 95th minute of the match, that pressing is rewarded. Mohsen Al Ghassani then finding the back of the net. It's 1-0 to SEEB. Well, that really does put a different complexion on the match now. ARABI, their supporters have been silenced, and they're going to have to be a lot more proactive now, the hosts. Credit to SEEB, it looks as though they fancy a second. Picked up again by Azlet. You must wish the ground would open up and swallow him after an error like that in a match which has absolutely nothing in it. Ander Al-Materi is frustrated on that far side that he can't bring that long ball under control. Now, can SEEB either hold on to this lead or build on it? Striffer and Al Riffa will be watching this with keen interest. They're in action tomorrow night. Free kick by Al Ajmi. Saif Al Hassan will take the free kick. Corner given. It's just have come off Al Ajmi. Wasn't the greatest free kick in all fairness. It's taken quickly, the corner. And another one will follow. All of a sudden there's urgency for ARABI, the fans and the players. Chance to break though for SEEB. Al-Yaye goes long, gets it into the centre, finds Al-Ghassani, the scorer of the goal. He gets it back across. 2-0. Well, that is another nail hammered in the coffin of ARABI. Beautiful finish in the end. Al-Yaye it is. And the advantage is doubled. 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes. And from ARABI having a corner and threatening, a quick break by SEEB, and a clinical finish by the man who's come on for his first match of the season in this competition, first match of the year. A new signing and justifying his inclusion. The long sweeping diagonal ball picked up by Al-Ghassani. And all the time in the world there for Al-Yaye to pick his spot and just pass it into the corner. Well, goals like London buses here in Kuwait this evening. You wait ages for one, and then 2 come along in the blink of an eye. Look how much time he had there. So many players for ARABI committed forward in search of an equaliser. And suddenly, in the blink of an eye, it's 2-0 to the visitors. Look at those fans. They've made the journey from Oman, and it's a journey that's very worthwhile from their perspective now, as ARABI have an absolute mountain to climb. Just about 5 minutes to play in this first period of extra time. The offside flag's gone up on this near side. Al-Farsi, like a traffic policeman, just directing operations. It's been a disciplined performance, this, from SEEB, away from home. And now they're getting their rewards. Referee Sivakorn Pudom asking Al-Rawahi to get on with things. He'll take all the time he can. You can be sure of that now. His side are in the ascendancy. With a change being contemplated by SEEB. Challenge coming in from Al-Balushi. His frustration getting the better of him. Oh, goodness me. For a moment I thought that could have turned ugly with Al-Yaye. Thankfully it didn't. Kaleem Al-Balushi getting ready to come on for SEEB. He's been on the bench for all 3 cup matches that the Omanis have played in this year's competition. 2 appearances previously, totaling 26 minutes. There's Jabla and Al-Ansar. Can't come on for the moment, though. Safe as houses from Ahmed Al-Rawahi. Gathers it cleanly. There's a player down for SEEB. Here is Tamim Al-Balushi, 22 years of age. And there's the change confirmed. Man who's going to come off is OALABI, and that's a very sensible change, being made by Ilistan. Remember, ARABI picked up a yellow card in the first half, so it doesn't really make any sense with the side 2-0 to the good to risk his participation in future matches. As it looks at this stage as though SEEB are going to have future matches, or at least one. It's the winner of East Riffa and Al Riffa, which will take place in Bahrain tomorrow evening. ARABI's come off now. And there is Tamim Al-Balushi. Part of the SEEB side that won the league and Sultan Qaboos Cup last season. And indeed the Super Cup at the start of this season. Lengthy delay there of a couple of minutes that I'm sure will be added on by our match officials. That's ARABI wants to come off, and his wish was the bench's command. Where on earth can ARABI find inspiration to get back into this match now? It's going to take a Herculean effort. Is that beyond them, I wonder? Sloppy pass from the substitute, Al-Balushi, giving the ball away. They win it back to SEEB. Al-Balushi gets another bite at the cherry and again gives it away and again gets it back. It's been that sort of evening this evening. Minimum of 2 minutes to be played at the end of this first period of extra time. Almost down to walking pace here. Sloppy from Al-Fazi, gets away with it. Long clearance by Musalami rather. On this near side now, Al-Balushi. Space to run into, chose not to. Ball played back to Al-Zlit, who again must be feeling really crestfallen. Long pass is just too long for Mohamed Sula. What on earth can Jugoslav Trenchovski say to his players in the next minute or so to try and lift them? Shot from distance by Dalida is blocked. Cross sent in by El-Boussaidi, dealt with easily enough by Al-Zlit. Couple of substitutions about to take place for the home team, but I don't think they're going to get the opportunity to come on before the end of this first period of extra time. Indeed, they won't. So those substitutions are for another day, and certainly for another period of extra time. 2-0 then, SEEB lead with 15 minutes to go. 2 goals in the first period of additional time. Al-Ghassani, first of all, capitalising on a horrendous error by Juma Al-Zlit in the Al-Arabi defence. And then with Al-Arabi pushing forward in search of an equaliser, space is opened up at the back, and Al-Yaye was there to pounce and slot home coolly with his right foot to make it number 2. 2 goals in the space of 4 minutes for SEEB, and they are in control at half-time of extra time. It's Al-Arabi 0, SEEB 2. Changes then for ARABI. Players going off, Mohamed Sula and Hussein Moshin. And coming on, number 39, Salman Al-Awadi and Abdul Rahman Karim. Change 2 for Al-SEEB. Goal scorer, the man who scored the first goal, Hussein Al-Ghassani, comes off. And on in his place, Ahmed Al-Siabi. In fact, do a double take on that one. It's actually Issam Al-Makhzoumi who comes on, the 21-year-old who's been substitute for all 3 matches in the AFC Cup for Al-SEEB prior to tonight. In terms of the changes for ARABI, really is a last throw of the dice for them. Salman Al-Awadi, 21 years old, a forward, being thrown onto the pitch. And Abdul Rahman Karim coming on as well. Al-Awadi started one of the group games for ARABI, matchday 3 against Al-Dhofar. Abdul Rahman Karim on the bench for all 3 matches, one substitute appearance, just 8 minutes, also against Dhofar. So 4 changes made now by the hosts, and indeed 4 changes made by the visitors. Appeals for a penalty. As Al-Awadi went down in the area, nothing given. And Al-SEEB can break. Just happy to suck time out of the match now, though, the men in yellow. Master of the club's their nickname, and they've been master of this extra time period without any question. In all fairness, they've looked the slightly more assured side in what was pretty low quality first half and indeed second half. Referee right on the spot there, not awarding a free kick in favour of Al-Awadi. Trenchovsky is cutting a very frustrated figure down below our commentary position on the ARABI bench, just pacing around the edge of his technical area. Difficult start to the season already for him, and if things stay as they are, it's going to get even more difficult, you rather fancy. A duo, nice turn from him. And one of the substitutes, Saif Al-Hassan. It's overcooked though, that cross by Issa Ali. Again, you can be sure that Al-Rawahi will take as long as he possibly can before he has to get the ball back into action. Referee indeed just trying to encourage him to get on with things as quickly as he can. And that's not particularly quickly, let me tell you. Why should it be? It's Al-SEEB who hold the whip hand at the moment. Headed by Issa Ali, straight into trouble, but he picks up the scraps and regains possession. Long diagonal ball now, looking for Banda Al-Mutari. Plays the ball into a duo. Good turn from him. He's crowded out. 3 players around him from Al-SEEB. wasps around honey, the men in yellow at the moment. You can sense a victory is oh so close. More cramp, this time for Eid Al Farsi. Understandable really in his case, because he's run himself into the ground, the Al SEEB captain. He's led from the front tonight, and look at the frustration there writ large on the faces of the Al Arabi fans, and what a contrast there with the Al SEEB supporters way behind one of the goals. Goal that's being protected at the moment by Ahmed Al-Rawahi, and he will know, that man there in his stand, that his side are on the verge of a famous victory. Remember, neither of these two sides has won this competition before. In fact, no side from Oman has ever won. No side's even reached the final. Suddenly, victory tonight, and Al SEEB just one match away from doing exactly that. Al Farsi will get on the stretcher. He's got a smile on his face, why wouldn't he? His team's 2-0 up. Clock's running down. You can see there Ali Khalaf in the background just tapping his wrist and letting referee Sivakorn Pudom know, please make sure you add this time on. They'll need every second available, Al Arabi, if they're to get back into this match, although in all fairness, they haven't really looked like scoring over the course of the almost 2 hours that we've been in action tonight. The opportunities they've had have been few and far between, and when they've come along, they haven't taken them. Sensible play from Al-Rawahi, just getting the ball away from his own goal. Time ticking away remorselessly as far as Al Arabi are concerned. 7.5 minutes left. Another unforced error on that far side. Good news, Eid Al Farsi back on the pitch. I reckon you'll need a tank to get him off the pitch again now. The captain will want to be there at the conclusion of this match. Dalida goes down, no free kick. In fact, the free kick has been given. A bit of a shirt pull as he tried to roll the defender. Referee tried to allow advantage, but none was forthcoming. And again, Al SEEB, as you'd expect, taking as long as they can to get that ball back into play. Bouabta, who's had a solid game at the back for Al Arabi. No criticism of him tonight. They've just lacked that spark, haven't they? The home team just haven't really been able to produce anything definitive to crack the game open. Saif Al Hassan thought about a shot, checked and gave it out to Issa Ali on this near side. He gets the cross in, and it's just hit a duo on the knee. He was unsighted, I rather fancy. Al Farsi still cramping up again. He's got the ball back to a teammate. See in the middle of your screen there, Eid Al Farsi is really struggling, but still he demands the ball, wants the ball. That's leadership for you in this situation. It's reduced really just to a passenger in the middle of the pitch. He's there to direct operations. Taken quickly by Al Balushi. Has to be quick now for ARABI. Just need to somehow get the ball up to the other end of the pitch and create some chances. It's a really good run by the substitute, and it's passed in, yes! A duo! Well, they are back in it, ARABI. Have they left it late, though? Abdul Rahman Karim on that right-hand side. A really incisive run from the substitute. And a duo who's just fed on scraps all night. All of a sudden, got one in the box. And he did what he loves to do, which is put the ball in the back of the net. Tremendous run, though, by Abdul Rahman Karim. And he laid it on a plate, didn't he, for a duo. It's his second goal of the season. And the desperation among the ARABI players to get back and get restarted tells its own tale. Beautiful finish that, though. Side footing beyond Ahmed Al-Rawahi, and all of a sudden there's excitement in the venue. Just less than 4 minutes to go, and we've got a grandstand finish on the cards in extra time here at the Al Kuwait Sports Club Stadium. It's been a slow burner, this match, for a long, long time. And now there's a free kick. Bandar Al-Materi goes down. For the first time tonight, SEEB appear to be rattled. It's all looking so cruisy for them. Al-Ajmi with the foul, and the free kick now to be taken by Saif Al-Hassan. It needs some quality. Can he produce it? All sorts of pushing and shoving in the area. The duo down. The referee has to have eyes in the back of his head here. In comes the cross. Headed away. At the near post. Good defensive header as well. Crowd screaming for a free kick. Nothing's given. They've won the ball back, though, have ARABI. Good work from Alslet. He gets another bite at the cherry now. Heads it out to the far side. Can the cross come in? It's the substitute again, working wonders on that right-hand side. Here he is, Abdul Rahman Karim, creator of the first goal. The only goal for ARABI. Look at those fans. They believe all of a sudden. They were in despair 5 minutes ago, and now they think anything's possible. A corner then for Ali Khalaf. Players out on their feet for Al-SEEB. It's Juma Al-Habsi who's down, really cramping up badly. You can see the pain writ large on the face of Eid Al Farsi. And those supporters for ARABI doing their best to get behind their team right at the death. Referee instructing all the medical officials to get off the pitch so the match can continue. Almost inside the last minute of extra time. Corner comes in, good delivery as well. And another opportunity, and a really poor cross this time. Ali Khalaf. Just needed that little bit more composure. And now it's Ahmed Al-Rawahi who's down, saying he's got a problem with his knee. Kingsley Aduo, he's having none of it. Commander Al-Muteri complaining to the referee, saying it's blatant time wasting. The referee will make up his own mind on that. All said and done, it's going to be a throw-in on this near side for the visitors. Last few seconds of extra time then. How much time will the officials add on? Now SEEB seal the deal here. Maybe they can. In the end though, Abdul Ghaffar comes off his line quickly. Fourth official down below our commentary position about to indicate minimum time to be added on. 2 minutes, he says. I'm sure that the Al-Arabi fans will be furious about that. We're getting the ball back in play now. Get forward, the bench is screaming below us. Get forward. Saif Al-Hassan gets the ball into the danger area. A duo's there. Ball bouncing around. In the end, Al-SEEB get it away. That's where it needs to be, at the other end of the pitch. Abdul Ghaffar does well to come off his line. Real tension at the back end of this match. Long ball forward. Oh, it's too long. One of the substitutes was up there, and Tariq Bouabta had stayed forward too. He was the man who couldn't quite get on the end of it. Look at the tension there in Ilistan. It was so good for him at the end of the first period of extra time, and now all of a sudden it's so tense. Again, Al-Rawahi will take his time. Referee checks his watch. And again, it's just little time remaining. All picked up, and picked up well by the substitute, Dalida. Thought he was through for a minute. The ball's hacked clear. That's no good as far as Al-Arabi are concerned, though. It's out of play. Cramp for Al-Balushi. A little bit of off-the-ball action taking place. The referee just trying to calm things down, pour some oil on troubled waters. Literally seconds to go here. And it's all over. And it's a victory for the visitors. Al-SEEB are through, and what a thrilling end to this match. A largely forgettable first 90 minutes, but the game exploded into life in extra time. 2 goals in the first period of extra time for Al-SEEB, from first of all Al-Ghassani, when he took advantage of a terrible mistake by Juma Aslit in the Al-Arabi defence, and then Al-Yaya, as Al-Arabi were pushing forward for an equaliser. He made sure they were caught on the break. It was 2-0 at half-time in extra time, and even though a late goal came for Al-Arabi through Kingsley Aduo, after good work by Abdul Rahman Karim, it wasn't enough. And all of a sudden now there's some pushing and shoving, and a red card's been shown. A red card has been shown right at the back end of the game to what appears to be Suleiman Abdul Ghaffar. Tensions here. The police are on the pitch. Goodness me, these are dreadful scenes. We certainly don't want to see this. Oh, dear me. And the tension that's been building throughout these 2 hours has now absolutely exploded. Fights breaking out all over the pitch. And what a sad end to a thrilling match, or a thrilling conclusion to the match. It's finished here. Al-Arabi 1, Al-SEEB 2, and it means that Al-SEEB will play the winner of East Rifa against Al Rifa, to be played in Bahrain tomorrow night. Thank you very much for being with us. We look forward to your company again next time.